Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting edition here on Manga GEEKDOM, where we talk about all the anticipated manga releases for each month. This time for February, a lot of interesting titles, lots to talk about, some romantic series, some not safe for work stuff. We got a little bit of everything. And as always, let me remind you that I don't go after the long-running series. That's kind of hard to recommend to new people. Instead, this video is dedicated to all the new #1 manga volumes that are coming out, or deluxe editions, remastered, box sets, special editions like that. So with all that out of the way, let's get started. From 7 Seas Entertainment, we have a seinen ecchi rom-com series. This is Now That We Draw, Volume 1, written by Kyu Takahata with art by Yuji Kaba. I hope I said that right. Dweeby high schooler Uehara Yuki has created the perfect romantic comedy heroine. She's bashful and airheaded. When an editor at Uehara's dream publisher coldly dismisses his manga story as trite and lacking realism, it sends Uehara into a spiral of despair that pushes him into the path of his bubbly, gorgeous classmate Miyamoto Nina, an aspiring manga artist herself. Having gotten similar feedback on her own manga, Miyamoto proposes she and Uehara engage in a fake relationship since neither of them has any romantic experience. But Miyamoto is far from the perfect heroine Uehara's concocted, and he certainly isn't the cocky hero from her story either. Can their wacky relationship turn their manga dreams into reality, or will it lead to even more comic disasters? From 7 Seas Entertainment, we have a classic series brought back to life in a new collector's edition. This is Pet Shop of Horrors Volume 1 by Matsuri Akino. This josei fantasy supernatural series was first published back in 1995, lasting all the way to 1998, 41 chapters across 10 volumes. And let me just break the fourth wall here and tell you guys, if this book sells, you might as well expect to see the sequels licensed as well. So if you're interested, grab this book. In the depths of Chinatown lies a curious pet shop. There it is said you can find any animal you desire, no matter how fantastical or dangerous. The city is plagued with strange accidents, and somehow pets from that shop always seem to be involved. Detective Leon is determined to pin the blame on Count D, the shop's caretaker, but the beautiful man is just as enigmatic as his pets, and he certainly isn't talking. From Titan Manga, we have the release of Sword of the Titans. This was previously delayed, but it is now finally coming out. It is a seinen action adventure fantasy written and drawn by Kashirashiki. This was published back in 2022 and recently ended in 2024, collected across 3 volumes. In a time when gods and humans live and fight together, the young boy Tsuchimaru was helpless, a mere child in the face of those mighty struggles, until a mysterious wandering artisan came with a sword they had forged and gifted it to the child, enabling him to take up arms in the titanic conflict. From Kodansha, we have the anticipated release of Fall in Love, You False Angels, Volume 1. This is written and drawn by Koko Uzuki. This hit rom-com is finally in print. It started back in 2023. All sugar, no spice, and everything nice. That's the impression the beautiful first-year high schooler and class president Otogi gives to those around her. One look from the school's heartthrob angel is all it takes to sweep countless admirers off their feet. But the real Otogi Katsura is no angel. She's calculating, ruthless, and sharp-tongued. When Otogi slips up and exposes her inner baddie in front of the class's other paragon, Toki, he counters by revealing an unexpected side of his own and declaring her his partner in crime. With Cupid's arrow at her back, can the heartthrob angel maintain her perfect act and regain the upper hand, or will she be the one swept off her feet by a fellow false angel? Another release from Seven Seas Entertainment, we have the first volume of Choking on Love by Keiko Iwashita. This series was first published in 2022. This is a rom-com shoujo and it is still ongoing. The manga stars Hibari, a single-minded art student with dreams of becoming a graphic designer who feels insecure about being ordinary compared to her peers. Gaku, a free-spirited guitarist from the same university, turns her world upside down after a chaotic encounter at a ramen shop. Hibari wants nothing more than to escape the disorder Gaku brings to her perfectly planned life, but as he slowly breaks down her walls, Hibari starts to realize that a little chaos might be just what she needs. From Viz Media, we have the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Volume 1. This is written by Hidenori Kusaka with art by Satoshi Yamamoto. This is, of course, the Pokemon franchise, so it is a long-running manga adaptation. This one is a little bit different than the Adventures line, so if you're a fan of that, you might have to wait longer for it. This is the first half of what would be a volume of Pokemon Adventures, if that makes sense. So the price is going to be significantly lower than your regular Pokemon Adventures manga, but this Scarlet and Violet adaptation of the games began in 2023. Violet Lang and Scarlet Kyoto attend an academy in the Paldea region and embark on their first big assignments, finding treasures that will help them become amazing trainers with even more powerful Pokemon. Violet Lang calls himself the Prince of Speed and races across the Paldea region in search of the Herba Mystica that will give his Pokemon ultimate speed. Meanwhile, Scarlet Koito is a treasure hunter in search of the Treasures of Ruin. As the two travel the Paldea region, a new adventure begins. From Square Enix, we have the release of The Otaku Love Connection Volume 1 by Chu Amaido. This is an ongoing rom-com that started back in 2023. Life has its simple joys, and for geeky fanboy Wataru Otonari, that's admiring his gorgeous classmate Yuzuru Kakoi and her equally gorgeous boyfriend Chihiro Kawai. Luckily for Wataru, his classroom seat next to Yuzuru gives him a perfect view of his OTP. But this self-professed NPC doesn't seem to know he's just as beautiful himself, as Wataru encounters other students who stan his faves just as much as he does. Although some have very different takes on their dynamic, every day turns into a roller coaster of emotions for this obliviously beautiful boy failure. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have the release of I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons, Volume 1. This is written by Izumi Sawano with art by Uri Sugata. This is a rom-com fantasy shoujo series that started publication back in 2020, and it tells of Letitia Dorman, who is living every girl's dream. She's the daughter of a duke, raised in the lap of luxury, and she's engaged to marry the ruggedly handsome crown prince, Clark. But if this is a dream, somebody wake her up. In preparation to become part of the royal family, Letty has endured 10 grueling years of lessons on everything from dancing to proper etiquette, and once she becomes queen, then she'll have to put it all into practice. Her only chance of escape lies in the prince breaking off their engagement. This seems improbable until he shows up at the royal ball with a mysterious woman on his arm. This could be Letitia's chance to break free once and for all, but not if Prince Clark has anything to say about it. From Inio Asano comes Mujina Into the Deep Volume 1, licensed by Viz Media. This is an ongoing seinen series, heavy on the not safe for work, as well as action gory scenes. In the near future, human rights are not guaranteed, but they are for sale. Without your rights, you're just a Mujina, with no place to call your own and no laws to protect you. But if the laws don't apply to you, you can do anything you want. You just need the skills to back it up. And if you're really good, you can really make a killing. Terumi Morgan bitterly accepts that he shouldn't expect a lot from life. He just wants to meet his deadlines at work and watch his porn in peace. But then an unexpected sick day sends him on a collision course with two people who will change his world forever: a runaway kid and a 30-something Mujina assassin. Suddenly, life is expecting a lot from him. From Kodansha, we have the release of I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day, Volume 1 by Nachi Aono. This fantasy GL series started publication back in 2018. Death lurks behind a mysterious orphanage where children train to become magical weapons of war. Among them is Sheena, who longs to stop the fighting and end the conflict. On one gruesome night, Sheena meets a strange girl covered in blood, with a smile on her face. The mysterious girl turns out to be a secret weapon, an immortal child soldier named Mimi. When the two become roommates, there is growing tension and attraction. How will the peace-loving Sheena live with someone who welcomes death? From Yen Press, Liar Liar, Volume 1. This is an ongoing psychological seinen series that first started back in 2019. It is written by Funa Yukina along with Haruki Kuo and artist Konomi. The duel to determine the ranks among students is underway at the academy. Shortly after transferring schools, Hiroto Shinohara unseats the previous year's undisputed champion Sarasa Sayonji and soon becomes the fastest student in academy history to rise to 7-star status. But all of this is a lie? Back to Titan Manga, we have the release of Speedgrapher. This was previously delayed quite a bit, but we finally have confirmation of this coming out. Here we have Volume 1 by Tomozo, based on the anime, which was done by Gonzo. The manga was published back in 2005 to 2006, lasting for 17 chapters collected across 3 volumes. This drama seinen series delves into the seedy underworld of a supernatural Tokyo. There lies the famous Roppongi Club and its shadowy Hall of Secrets. When photojournalist Saiga manages to infiltrate this elite association, he discovers Kagura, a young girl whose touch bestows incredible and horrific powers. Now anyone Saiga captures on film is doomed to die, the click of the shutter as sure as a trigger pull. From Yen Press, we have Victoria of Many Faces, Volume 1. This is written by Siyu with Komo Ushino and Nana Fujimi. This is an ongoing fantasy series from 2022. Victoria's peaceful everyday existence has begun. Ever since she retired from the espionage world, Victoria's been living life as a civilian, just like she's always dreamed of. But her past as a spy is hard to run from. Even though she turned her back on danger, it can't stop danger from finding her. So when she meets Nona, a young girl totally on her own in the world, Victoria has to decide what's truly important to her, peace or her new friend. From Viz Media comes a classic renewed as a 3-in-1 omnibus edition. We have Hunter x Hunter 3-in-1. This first volume, of course, includes volumes 1, 2, and 3 from the original release, and, well, you know about Yoshihiro Togashi's manga. When country boy Gon decides to follow in his father's footsteps and become a legendary hunter, he embarks across a perilous sea to take the hunter exam. After he finally finds the elusive exam hall, the other hunter hopefuls prove deadly serious, and the tests are wild and wicked. Will Gon's plucky spirit and courageous heart be enough to carry him closer to his dream? From 7 Seas Entertainment, we have the release of It Takes More Than a Pretty Face to Fall in Love, Volume 1. This is by Karin Anzai, a rom-com shoujo published back in 2020. A high-speed romantic comedy featuring a senior with dangerously good looks and an incredibly resilient junior with a serious face fetish. Sana, a fan of the influencer Kanato, who is rumored to attend the same high school, finally encounters him, only to find out he's on the verge of expulsion. Determined to prevent this, Sana takes on the role of managing the school's social media. From holding hands to hugs and almost kisses, days filled with sweet thrills beyond her imagination are about to begin. From Tokyo Pop, we have a love release. This is The Inconvenient Life of an Arousing Priestess, Volume 1. This is a story by Yamato Fujimine and Makino Maebaru, an ongoing fantasy romance series that started back in 2022, and it tells about Monica, a monster-fighting priestess whose impressive powers have earned her an engagement with the Crown Prince. But those powers come with a downside, arousing anyone affected, including herself. When the prince finds out, their engagement doesn't last long. While news of the indecent holy woman spread throughout the land, an unexpected connection from her past approaches Monica for help. He needs her powers, and the rumors don't seem to bother him. His name is Richard, and unbeknownst to Monica, he is also a prince. Another Titan manga release, we have Farewell, My Odin, Volume 1 by Chihiro Yoshioka. This one is a historical action seinen series that started back in 2023, lasting for 17 chapters up until the year 2024, collected across 3 volumes. The story tells the legend of Luke, who faces hardships from birth but overcomes the suffering he endures to become one of the most feared and powerful warriors in all of the land. Embark on a tumultuous journey with the young boy, which begins in the wilderness where he nurtures his animality as a part of the wolf pack. In the medieval realm, survival demands savagery and cunning, skills that he has learned through affliction. But once he meets a warm-hearted priest, he finds solace in his new family and regains his humanity. Follow Luke's transformation from an innocent boy to the fearsome werewolf, Odin, driven by a thirst for revenge against a ruthless opposition. Huntress by Minataro Mochizuki. This one is published by Kodansha and it was first released back in 1996. 11 chapters collected across 1 volume in this classic psychological drama story. And it is credited with introducing the idea of stalking to Japan. Hiroshi Mori is an ordinary college student leading an unremarkable life until one day the doorbell rings. From 7 Seas Entertainment, we have Tamamori's Fantasies Never Stop, Volume 1. Now be warned, this is a ghost ship title, not safe for work, but it is an ongoing ecchi comedy that first started back in 2023. This one is written and drawn by Tatsu Waipo. Many children of the rich and famous grace the halls of Seisoin Academy High School, but one girl stands head and shoulders above the rest. Tamamori Reika is perfection personified, blessed with beauty, brains, and an amazing figure. She's the president of the Academy's drama club, and alongside her younger male clubmate, Tsukida Soji, works day after day to hone her skills. However, this perfect girl harbors a secret. She's a total pervert who can barely control herself. Can she make it through the school day without blowing or losing her top? And finally, from Nagabe and 7 Seas Entertainment comes Eat, a BL series that was first published back in 2022 all the way to 2023, 8 chapters collected across 1 volume. Professor Lufria has a secret. He finds pleasure in watching others eat. As a strict and intimidating law professor, this wolf hides his unusual obsession behind a stern demeanor. But when one of his students dares to bite him, it awakens a hunger deep inside him. This time, it's not just about food, it's about passion, intimacy, and the thrill of being devoured. Will Lufria give in to his primal desires, or will he be left endlessly craving for more? There it is, everybody, some highly anticipated releases for the month of February. Let me know in the comment section which of these is most exciting to you, or if I missed one that you want to talk about, let me know as well. I'd be happy to read those comments. Thank you everybody for liking, commenting, and being a part of Manga Geekdom. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Remember to join my Discord if you would like. The link is in the description below as well. So that's gonna be it. God bless, stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.